But before we get started, chat, I need you to make a very important decision. I don't know if this one needs to be a poll, because honestly, I'm fairly certain it's going to be very clear one way or another. Understand that this game is a story game. It is a story game. Alright? And what would any good high fantasy adventure game be without a touch of brotherhood, betrayal, love, romance, sexy fun times with Cthulhu? You know, the normal stuff. Are we going to have a Dark Aavak character? Because if we do, this is going to be a Dark Aavak run. And there may be darker shenanigans as a consequence. Or is it going to be more of a dapper run? So it's basically the tea or coffee. And you know what? You vote with the tea or coffee emote. Vote with your emotes. Is this a Dark Aavak run or a dapper run? Is it going to be love and kindness? Are we going to stop to save kittens? Actually, Dark Aavak would stop to save kittens. But, you know, T Aavak would stop to save kittens and chastise the people who got the kittens into the tree in the first. Dark Aavak would use the people to chop down the tree to save the kitten. Dark Aavak it is. Fair enough. Okay. Right. So, once again, at this point, we're starting a new game. I have played a tiny amount long enough ago. Like, I basically got through the tutorial long enough ago that I've forgotten most about how the magic works. I believe it has something to do with, like, elements and such. But this is going to be a bit more of a dark run. It's going to be interesting to see where a dark story could go in this game. Let us play. New story. And this, I didn't know it could be multiplayer. That's actually really cool. New story. 3-chapter story that is geared towards new players. Face off against the placable Gorgon leader. The enduring war, centuries-old war, resurfaces, bringing with it questions of humanity, identity, and the price of ambition. 5-chapter story with Morthagi as the main threat. Monarchs under the mountain. Discontent, dashed dreams, destruction and death. An underground cult thrives, lining its nest with disasters. If opposed, the ancient tyrannical power behind it will bring battle to the life-loving, fierce and free, before, perhaps, making them an offer. A 5-chapter story with Deepists as the main threat. A Loon of the Moon got also unlocked in game. 3 chapters. Oh, we can just decide, like, these are other things, or we can come down here. A relatively short campaign with just 3 chapters. Promote 1 legacy hero if you win. Only procedural events, no overarching villain story. Okay, this is actually kind of cool. A 3-chapter procedural campaign starting with 3 legacy heroes. Difficulty scales with the legacy tier. Alright, okay. Promote 2 legacy heroes if you win. And then you can just keep going. I think since I am literally going into this with no idea, if chat wants story, then we'll start with Age of Ulstrix, and then we'll change things up, depending on how that goes. Yeah, if nothing else, this will also offer an opportunity for chat to be eased in. Okay, time for us to go. Right, main enemy, Gorgons. Difficulty, tragic hero. Oh, that definitely sounds my style. Being such a fan of Greek tragedy and tragic romance stories. Look, it's not a good romance unless someone has to die in the end, sacrificing themselves for their beloved. Look, I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is. Okay? Either your horse dies or your lover dies, but someone has to die for it to give the story emotional clout. Please don't let it be the horse, though. When the horse dies, I cry. Every time. I've played Shadow of the Colossus like 4 times. It still gets me. Every time. I know when it's coming. And sometimes I haven't even completed it because I've gotten to that point. I'm like, no. If I never continue, you never die. Artex, no! Ah, the Swamp of Sadness claims another heart. Alright, let's go. It's time for us to jump into the game. We've had enough chatting. This is gonna be an interesting ride. Next. I think. Next? No? What happened? Okay, well, I guess these are our characters. I double-clicked somehow, but whatever. So we've got 3 farmers. The goofish romantic, the greedy intellectual, and the cowardly greedwagon. Greedwagon? What? Okay. I can have a look at their histories. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we can do. Ability, gear, and combat, I think that all comes from elsewhere. This is not a mechanics light game. There's a lot of things for you to take into consideration. You can customize them, of course. Head, face, colors, size, blah, 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 blah. Aspect. Enduring aspect. Alive. It's a good aspect to have, I feel. I feel like that's a very, very good aspect. That's a general thing. Human, young, slacker, potential destiny farmer. Alike. All farmers have destiny. Okay? If you end up as a farmer in real life, just know that your hidden quality is that you are destined for something. Your destiny may be farmer. That's a poor role. But you're destined for something. The Norns have had a hand. More than a hand. They've had a whole fist and forearm in your affairs. Wrath was found in the woods by a monstrous being of bone and gears. Oddly, it didn't hurt the abandoned child, but saw him into the arms of a cobbler and her husband before disappearing without explanation or sign. He'd often tell the story of a magical year. He thought he'd found a woman to wed, a lucky living, a home. It would always end the same way. He'd chuckle dryly. Then I realized how depressed I'd get if I was happy all the time. He couldn't say what he was looking for. Maybe he would find it and know. What does happiness look like? For Baldry, the answer was always her hometown, where girl life was full of sports and dancing and never growing old. Wow. Chat, does anyone happen to know where the town is, where life is not growing old? I wouldn't mind, moving over there after a bit. Just cut my teeth on the rest of the world first, and then just decide, I'm going to retire to the town where I stop aging. Typically, she was to be found at sweaty taverns throughout her youth. A story I'm sure many of us are familiar with. Trading insults, kisses, fists, and flagons with other sweaty patrons. The phantoms of beautiful strangers seemed to drift around her, goading her onwards. Okay. It's only girl life that's like that. Sorry, Aavak. Oh. Rude, but fair enough. If he wasn't reading something as a boy, then folks who knew Crane claimed he was most likely sleeping, eating, or dead. He wandered the deep wilds of his own choice, a challenge to the terrors lurking inside him. And one day he returned. Embers of old legend kindled his spirit. He strode, blazing, towards glory. Okay, party select. Abby. The future hunter. Future mystic. Interesting that the hunter is the greedy intellectual. Can I slide them around, or...? No. That's what I clicked through. Oh well, that's fine. Starting calamities, 0 recommended. That's fine. Okay, let's jump in. Alright. Smoke. This book. Okay. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. I'll write something a wanderer might find. And will he read it by the fire? And will he silently love me? Will he weep? Okay, so Atomic Aliens already getting in there with a tragic love story. Yeah, I like it. Fall in love with someone who's already dead by reading their last journal entries. That is the kind of love story I can get behind. Yes, then this would be the beginning. Here in our yondering country, something in the woods is very strange. Haunted only by the dust on his new boots, a young man named Abby takes the seasonal road to the town of Milyahold. It would either be Miljahold or Miljahold. I'll go with Miljahold. I bet it'd be less expensive if I went in asking for a dozen. Yeah, a dozen candles, I'll say. And then just suddenly remember, I only need 2. No. Wait, no way the old guy raises the price. If he does, I'll guilt him. I love the greed already coming through. This is brilliant. Breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap into the sea. I'm here already? Huh. Here's the hard part, getting Aavak out of bed. Wow, the shade. Or worse, I have to dislodge him from a book. Or, I mean, the second part, yeah, fair. That smoke. Fluttering flames roost among the far-off rooftops. Abby hurries towards town, thinking of Aavak, a young man whom he's known since boyhood. Okay, so, if he dies without paying me back, plus rivalry, or he must have tried to cook breakfast again. God damn it! The shade! I didn't sign up for this. I'm really running towards the fire. For him. We're going to go with this because the shade actually is making me laugh hysterically on the inside. Aavak, you alright? I'll get you out. Just make a little noise. Okay. The shade, though. The shade. In Wildermyth, the story writes you. Yes. Alright. Let's move forward then. Tunk. That was it. I can now move. There's nothing more going on. I can move into the fire. I don't recommend. Why is my house on fire, though? Okay. Open door. Swift action. Free. Once per turn. His house is still standing, at least. Aavak, fire out here. I'm not sleeping. God damn, what? Yeah, I just sleep through the fire. He doesn't know. He doesn't know, chat. Apocalypticon never knows. Why is no one... Aavak shoves it over. Hey, do you not smell that? I smell the smoke. Get inside. Slam. Your bow. Yeah, my bow. The blaze is secondary. It's Doom's detail. A herd of these hideous, afflicted-looking beasts. I'm not making that sound. They stampeded in. I managed to trap one behind the house. Small victory. We'll burn in here. Can we... I mean, we could try and fight it. Right, so here. I've got some tools around. You're stronger than I am. You can swing something pretty good. I bet we can at least drive it off. Okay. My immersion. You want me to say grrr? Is that better? Echo 02158. Your numbers broke my immersion. Unless you're cosplaying an android. In which case, immersion restored. What is your primary function, Echo 02158? Well, I'd like to keep this creature at arm's length. Pitchfork. If it breaks stones, it'll break bones. This is for cooking. Why'd I grab that? I'll be... For the shade, you're having the frying pan. It can be killed, right? If we're steady and methodical, we can manage it. Thing can't be invincible, just don't take any dumb risks. He said to the person who picked up a frying pan. Row. Hooves thrown sloppily around beneath it. It runs staggering, bellowing, in agony. Okay. Kill the beast. Alright, well... I guess... Let's make our way inside. Tunk. Now I'm wondering if I can... shoot over a fence. I might be able to. Attack scenery. Done. Wait. Shoot. Aavak takes aim at a foe with his farm bow. I'm gonna go. I have Aavak go outside. I don't know if this will work the way I hope it will, but we'll see. I need you to wait. Can I get a sight on anything? There we go. Oh, can I shoot anything? No. Okay, open door. Yep. 5 out of 7 health. Out of range. Vessel of Corruption leaves behind corruption when killed and if injured while it walks. So that's probably what that is. Okay, I can shoot from here. Great. 15% stun. Does it give me any additional information? 3 damage, 2 to 7 range, and immediate. Let's go for it. Did I just throw an arrow at it? I fear that might be exactly what I just did. And Abby, you're going to charge in and you're going to clobber it. No, don't extinguish. Slam! Abby strikes with his frying pan, knocking the foe to another tile and dealing additional damage equal to the distance knocked back. We're not really going to be able to do that too much, but... Kapile! Well done. Dark Aavak is a lefty archer. How sinister. Well done on the kill though, Abby. Abby has grown stronger. Warriors like Abby are built hardy, enduring, with a natural aptitude for battle. They develop powerful techniques for close combat. Abby Calypticon is now a greenhorn warrior. You can go Vigilance. Abby's heightened senses allow him to perform up to 2 reaction strikes per turn. Stalwart. Active as a swift action, Abby can enable or disable Stalwart, which grants +3 armor and warding, but reduces his speed by 1/2. And Shield Shear. Active once every other turn as a swift action, Abby shreds 2 of a foe's armor with his weapon. I mean, that's not too bad, actually. Listen, cast iron pans are amazing. To be fair, yes. If you smack someone with a cast iron pan, they are not going to be... they're not going to be coming out of that unscathed. Which reminds me, heading up to the cabin, I need to still see if I can source a cast iron skillet so I can make Welsh cakes. +3 armor and warding. I mean, I like the ability for my tank to be able to become more tanky. But you know what, Abby? I think this is you. You can choose. You just made me look up Welsh cakes. Ooh. I'd let you borrow mine, but shipping a cast iron from Canada probably would not... No. Imagine shipping a cast iron skillet would be rather expensive from Canada. If Aavak is around and has a choice, Stalwart it is then, okay? Surviving better seems like a good idea. Perfect. Okay, Greenhorn Hunter. Hunters like Aavak thrive in the wild, surviving through stealth and peerless archery. They master their surroundings. Wait a second, stealth archer? I didn't put Skyrim on the poll, but here we are anyway, playing Skyrim, as always. Everything tends towards stealth archers, in the same way that everything tends towards crabs. Piercing Shot, Aavak's ranged attacks have 1 pierce. Jump Jaw. Twice per combat as a swift action, Aavak throws a jump draw trap that will deal 2 damage and pin the first enemy who walks near, or Ember Arrows. Passive, when standing by a fire, Aavak's bow attacks have a +0 damage at +1 shred and start fires. Fire can spread onto him. Oh, can't spread onto him. Sorry. That was bad of me. Fire immunity. So Dark Aavak becomes fireproof. Infernal heritage, I see. I agree. Okay. Talisman of Chivalry, armor 0.5. An ancient charm to hang around your waist. I feel that that would be best with Apocalypticon. You get that. Claiming gear is permanent. Forge an epic frying pan named Samwise. Hey, Mithril, how you doing? Did you see that thing? What could have wrought such a change? The creature's death is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. They'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris. Some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. We should go. Atomic is alone, unless you think... I'm not sure who's safe. Safer, certainly. Atomic? She's at that ruined tower by now. Kind of an outsized hike, given our late start. Maybe, but a later start won't help. Atomic will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? You raise a fair point. Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. Not the analogy that I would have reached for, honestly, to imply great portent, but you're not wrong either. It's just, I know the sensation you describe. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I think we said we'd meet her. We should. The tower in the hills. You've been there. Yeah, once. Actually, looking at the tracks, they come and they go that direction. Abby and Aavak follow the pounded path of monstrous feet, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. Okay. Just be breathing, okay? So we can all yell and go home. +1 rivalry. Let her be alive. Alive and unhurt. Atomic, you said you'd be fine. Don't make me call you alive. Oh, my God. P. Martin feels rivalry. Chat, should I let you vote the outcomes here for Dark Aavak? Because the named people get to choose their own options. But... Or will sometimes. I know I didn't do that last time, but the shade was just too funny. Can chat be trusted? I don't know. How much replayability in this game? Quite a lot. It's okay, we're from the internet, oh God. Rivalry does seem the most Dark Aavak. We'll go with rivalry. We'll see how this goes. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. Trust chat to be chaos incarnate. But from now on, we will mostly vote on the outcomes for Dark Aavak. And again, Apocalypticon and... Atomic Aliens can choose their options themselves. I know you don't exactly get along with Atomic these days. Maybe not. No. You know what it is? It's like today. While we clean up what I'm going to assume was her mess, I bet that malt-hearted dork is up there now. Malt-hearted dork? Wow. I'm kind of glad you chose rivalry now, otherwise you would have missed that line. Malt-hearted. Without a care in the world. Shade thrown in all directions. Scouting. In order to find sites in the wilderness, heroes must scout the land, which takes time. Click on an unscouted tile to show the scout action. Okay. 6 days away, 6 days away. Choose a hero from the list. 6 days travel, 13 days to complete. Silk Step, active. With an elusive step, Aavak slips into the Grey Plane. While in Grey Plane, he is hidden to enemies, and his attacks ignore. Wait. The gloom? I can slip into the gloom? What depth of the gloom can I go to? This sounds like only the shallow gloom. Still, this is a wonderful thing. I'm very happy. Okay, well, if I take you out 14 days... Well, I should include you, I guess. Let's just send everyone. Let's go. Just a Mondo, thank you very much for the 13 months. And Silent Psychopath for the 8 months. The offer to both of you. The previous night. The tower where Atomic had arranged to meet Abby and Aavak is a place she often used to escape to as a girl. She knows its rooms and floors so well. She could survive being chased through them. And now I wait, I suppose. Cough, cough. Dust gets deep as rain puddles in the air. In here. Alive is alive until that beast breaks through. What do you think, beast? Will anyone come to my rescue? Or am I not pretty enough? The tower house outlived generations. The emptiness is deep and fragrant. The odour of 10,000 rains that have soaked into stone. But as the old will tell you, precious things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bones of failure is often the dream that drove it. How poetic. That book. Why have I never... Easy there. I guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself. Huh, beast. I am also wondering. Atomic bends to pull it loose. The book's heavier than its slender spine suggests. Look at this. It's full of strange stories, the folklore of folk long forgotten. The chained girl gives no great insight. It's the uncomfortable story of a girl shackled to a rock by her parents, who send her spirit free, moving through the links of the chain that binds her. Gift of the Inscriptor proposes an unlikely legend that one spider-limbed man crafted all written language. He trapped ants between vellum and pressed them so long and relentlessly that they became letters. Papa Million's Horn spins the yarn of a father who drank so much and laughed so freely that he grew a beautiful spiral horn. His children were very proud. Okay. Oh, Sneaky Squirrel, thank you very much for the 36 months, and Hemikar for the 30. Diolch yn fawr iawn to both. Atomic reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book. Something in her feels like it's coming loose, but she can't tell exactly what. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. Yes, then this would be the beginning. Here in our yondering country. Atomic writes, words are ready. Omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and she's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings. They've crept through her body like the sourceless aches one wakes with. Others are more substantial. Now they seem lightning plain, a promise of thunder. For in the wild black woods where birds once belled, a hateful silence churns. Pain lights Atomic's head. Subsides. I made it to morning. She lowers her bleary eyes. Her story lies before her in luminous script. Empty pages have sprouted behind it. Why do I feel powerful? Choose. She pulls the spoon from her pocket, plus spoon. She slides a branch from the rubble. It's sturdy. It has a palm-loving twist. Okay. What do you want to do? The staff. Very well. Well, Beast, it's time. I'm getting out of here. Shame it's not a spork. Rager. It charges without seeing. Misshapen tusks swing wildly. Okay. Use interfusion to kill from a distance. Now, interfuse. Mingle the mystic's life energy with a blaze or piece of scenery. Interfuse targets grant vision and can be used for further purpose. Revealed it. Yeah, it's hidden. Revealed once again. Okay. We can interfuse with the cooking pot. +4 warding, partial cover for adjacent figures. Metal, shackle, basic confusion. 1 damage, 4 range. Warp metal into grasping appendages that pin a single enemy for 2 turns. Wood, splinter blast, basic confusion. 2 damage, 1 shred, 1 pierce. Explode a wooden object into shredding blast of splinters that savages an area. Same here. Barrage. Tools are torn into a deadly whirl, rending targets in a nearby area with their tooly teeth. Splinter blast. Round table. Can't see that. Splinter blast. Not all mystics are deep readers, but some find other purposes for books. Forge. Stone discus. 4 damage, 4 range. A stone disc launches at an enemy or scenery and then ricochets to another nearby enemy, dealing half damage to the second target. Or lamp. Steel fire. The restless fire is unleashed onto nearby tiles, burning where it lands and dealing half damage to units it passes through. It's probably the same there. Lamp can be lit. An adjacent ally or interfused mystic can light this lamp. Okay. Let's go for the workbench, though. So, got it. Barrage. Withdraw. Stop interfusing with the target. This allows you to interfuse with a new target. Can I interfuse with multiples? I don't think so. I don't know, though. Let's go with barrage. So barrage from here. I'll kind of hit everything, but sure. 2 damage, 1 block. You can do 2. With perks, you can do more. Okay. So we're going to interfuse with the lamp. And then interfuse with this. Going to use shackle. Armor shredded, 1 blocked. And I can't see how I can use steel fire. So instead, an interfused ally can light this lamp. So as an adjacent ally or interfused mystic can light this lamp. But how do I do that? Maybe I just interfuse with it. Ah, right. Oh, I interfuse with that and I can light it. Right, I get you. Light an infused lamp from a distance. Lit lamps are useful for other infusion abilities. Okay. Right, I want to withdraw from this one. Can I get that over there? Sadly, no. Unless, maybe I can get set fire to something. Interfused blaze. Fire leash. Jerk a captured blaze to leap through the air, burning fiercely when it lands, and dealing half damage to anything it passes through. I think that is what we want. Right about there. There we are. Taking me a bit of time to learn the tricks. Right, Fang, thank you ever so much for the 47 months, mate. Diolch yn fawr iawn. And hello, Big Doggo Energy. Atomic has grown stronger. As a mystic, Atomic has acquired the knack for interfusing. Interfusing her spirit with earthly things, drawing on these bonds to enact formidable magics. Indignance. Passive. Atomic's presence is charged against her foes, dealing 1 true damage to hostile creatures who enter adjacency with her for any reason. Or arches. Active. Atomic bonds with the earth and summons from Seedling and Silt a wondrous tree that pins surrounding enemies. Elementalist. Advanced interfusions. Fire, passive, does not burn out while interfused, and wood, active, splinter salvo. Liquid, upgrade. Infernal rain. Okay, so, Atomic Aliens, which one would you prefer? You want fire. Okay, Elementalist it is. Silverbark Sash. Simple, elegant slashing. Passive block. 5 block. Sashing. Can I hold on to it? Do I have to give it to someone? Oh no, I have to salvage it if I don't use it. Oh, well, in that case, you can have it. Fashion get. More monsters roam the ruined halls. And rattle the rotting furniture. Atomic moves quietly, sensing her way in the dark. Daylight lands on her wrist. Cool wind soothes her tired eyes. Did I make it? I did, didn't I? She closes the tower door, gentle, to make no noise. That's what the Mystic's art. That was the Mystic's art that I did, right, Tower? Where'd I get it from? Could it have just happened? Is it just one of those things? Things a woman's born with? That might blossom in her life when she needs them? Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Plenty of heroes happen that way. Atomic? I don't suppose I can get folks to call me a wizard. Wizard. Atomic, you bunkhead. Hey, Atomic, something happened? Abby, yes, sorry. Aavak's voice just bounces off my ear sometimes. Abby and I only barely made it. Yeah, see that smoke on the horizon? That's from the town. Yeah, that's Mjolnhold. It burned? Things are different than they were. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen something quite like this. A monster? Sure we have. We slay monsters. I mean, technically true. What is that look of doubt? Well, I'm a wizard. How can she be a wizard without a robe and wizard's hat? Sites. You've discovered a new site. It's still under enemy control, though. Click on the banner to assault it. Okay. May as well all get involved. Let's go. We'll bring back some trophies. Maybe get a little more recognition? A perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these beasts are, where they came from, what drove them to attack the town of Mjolnhold. But letting them nest here feels like the wrong idea. Or do you not think we can win? Do we need some brilliant plan? Sure, well... Back at my house, it was pretty simple. Kill the beast before it kills you. I just came out of there. If we're methodical, patient, we can fend them off, at least. Stoicism or courage? Stoic. Look, she's fresh out of wizard school, and times are tough, Chance. Why is that so applicable in every situation right now? Stoicism. All heroes +1 armor and warding. Ah, okay. Foe cards. Raccoon. Scrambling through shadows, its barbed appendages eagerly twitch and roam. Hooves thrown sloppily around. Okay, we've got to go in. Abby, you're up front. And what kind of... okay, so we've got campfire. We've got splinter salvo. 4 to 8 damage, 2 shred, 2 range, 1 pierce. Explode 2 or more interfused wood into a higher damage burst between objects. Barrage. We've also got hill, wild grasp. This plant, the plant sends out tendrils that grab and draw in an enemy, dealing damage and pinning them. Stone tentacles. Okay. Torches, bench, and the basket. That's another item. Some cover more difficult to hit with range attacks. Fair enough. Okay, well, let's get peeps into position. Abby, open the door, please. Abby ends his turn and waits for an enemy to come within range, hitting up to 1 enemy with a melee attack. Oh, nice. So I can get fire from that. Amber Arrows is now active. Want to know what's in this room, but this room is already open, which is a bit worrying. Candles. There's a book in there. Can I close the door? No, it doesn't seem so. Alright, let's just wander on down here then. Silk Step. What can I do with books? Is there anything I can do with books? Maybe there's not. I could enter the gloom, I guess. Okay, well, I'm just going to wait here. We're going to wait as well. Right, want you to open the door. Hello, both of you. I could wait for them to come to me. Oh, that one's got tail spikes, so that one can shoot. That I dislike. Got an 88% chance of a hit. And he's on fire, which is great. I would like you to interfuse the blaze. And fire lash you. And it'll move through you, doing more damage. Perfect. Okay, that was actually a pretty solid attack. Move up. And get rid of the raccoon. Nice block. And you can finish him off as well, sure. Nice and easy. That was a pretty quick victory there. I think both him and his rival are firebuds. Kind of, yes. Alright. Deep Gristle's Masher. What? A well-made hammer. Still out. Individual strikes with their Deep Gristle Masher, knocking the foe to another tile and dealing additional damage equal to the distance knocked back. Knockback is 2.1. We could salvage it. We could replace the frying pan. Damage is up. Or I could just give an extra weapon. We can keep the frying pan for now. Yeah, I think we'll keep the frying pan. Yeah, it's just a regular tier 1 hammer with an awesome name. But it's better than a tier 0 mace, but we'll just add that in. Oh, we can rename it. I think we're going to keep Deep Gristle's Mash.